Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Are we ready to start?
Not everyone is here yet.
Where are they?
I think some people joined the wrong Zoom meeting. See, there was like an email, and then there's the Canvas site. Some people use the link on the Canvas site instead of the link on the email.
Yeah, the link on the email was different from the link on the Canvas website.
Damn it, that should have been fixed 7 rotations ago. Could someone send them a message?
They might not know which Zoom meeting they're supposed to join. I'll curate them.
Okay, should I get started or should I wait?
Can we just start already?
Wait, Quam just texted me. They'll be on in 1 minute.
I don't see them on my screen.
Okay, they just sent another text. They're in the waiting room. You just have to let them in.
Where is he? Oh, yes, I see him. I let him in.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Actually, I think my phone battery is dying, so I'm gonna switch from my phone to my laptop. Just, hold on a second, okay?
While we're waiting, can everyone turn on their video so I can see you?
I can't, because my connection is slow.
Alright, I'm back!
Are we ready to start? Cheyenne, why are there 2 of you?
My computer's audio isn't working, so I'm using my phone's audio with the computer's video.
Hey, Kwamina! I love your background. Is that a fish?
Thank you. It's actually from a TV show.
No, we're not talking about backgrounds. We're moving on. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, I just wanted to clarify, which leg did you say was broken?
It was the right front leg.
Okay.
No, actually, it was the left leg.
Got it. So, the left front leg was broken.
Yeah, but actually, I'm not sure. It might have been the right. I'm looking right now. Yeah, it's the right.
So,
I mean the left.
okay, so the left leg is broken?
Yeah, except it's not really broken. It's just kind of irritating him. And it's not really his leg. It's his eye.
Okay, don't worry. We'll make sure we look at everything when we do our full physical exam. I just want to ask a few more questions. Does Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin receive any flea, tick, or heartworm preventatives?
Yeah.
Which one? Is he on both heartworm and flea and tick preventative?
What's heartworm?
Why is everyone so afraid to come in here?
Alright, getting a history from a client who openly bashed her husband and then generalizing that all men are useless and that her husband was dumb as a sack of rocks. Amen. That sounds like a really bad relationship. Even rocks deserve to be spoken about nicely.
There are no vegetables in Africa. I did not know that.
There are no vegetables in Africa? I don't even remember that.
I think that's a reference to the first year lecture where they talked about meat, where they got into that argument.
Does anyone remember that?
No idea what they were talking about.
Okay. When I was a first year, I was shadowing neuro. I tripped on that large mat and face planted in front of everyone. Afterwards, I was lame on the right hind.
I'm very clumsy, so I can totally relate to that.
I tripped so often as a child that they thought there was a neurologic problem with me. There wasn't. My feet were just too big for the rest of my body.
Didn't put the lid on the centrifuge. Won't make that mistake again. Or every single time.
I did that too, and it was specifically after Nicole told me to put the lid on the centrifuge.
We've all done that, I feel like.
Yeah, we've all been there, I think. I don't think I ever saw anything actually happening like that, but I have been terrified of doing that for the entire year, so. I am a small animal student. The very first time I did a rectal on a cow, she contracted her anal sphincter at the level of my wrist. I couldn't move my wrist and was stuck in the cow for about 60 seconds. Yeah, that pretty much happened to me too. I can imagine actually like breaking your arm in a cow rectum. That would be like the worst story ever. Thankfully, I don't think it happened to any one of us.
I actually, on Therio, just palpated both Salty and Romy in the same day, and I actually burst a bunch of blood vessels in my left arm, and they're still there.
You know, somewhere out there, there's a small animal student with his hand stuck up some animal's rectum thinking, I chose this life.
Okay, so I'm at the Cornell Teaching Dairy here with Kwamina, and he's going to be a fish veterinarian. So Kwamina, let me get this straight. You want to be a fish veterinarian, right?
That's correct.
Okay, but Cornell doesn't have many fish to work on. Am I correct?
That's also correct.
So instead, you're working with cows.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So right next to you, you have. Is this a fish or a cow?
This right here. This is a cow. This is
okay.
a little calf.
That's a calf. That's a calf right there. So, for people in the audience, I know we're professionals, but for people in the audience who don't know the difference, what is the difference between a cow and a fish?
Well, fish don't have necks.
They don't have necks. Okay. So that's the only difference.
That's the main difference.
That's the main difference. Okay.
I think that's the big defining feature.
Okay. In a fish, what are the main diseases you would look for?
Well, we're always concerned about parasitic diseases. That's one of the first things we check. Gill clip, skin scrape, before we move on.
Okay, gill clip. So demonstrate on your fish. We have your fish here. Where would you do the gill clip?
Well, he doesn't really have any gills.
Okay. Let's say hypothetically this calf does have gills. Where are the gills on the calf that is a fish?
Fish don't have any necks, so that's
okay. If a client brings a fish into your clinic and they claim that the fish has mastitis, what diagnostic test would you do?
Mastitis?
Yeah.
Disease of the mammary glands.
Yeah, that.
Fish. They brought a fish to the clinic and they said that she had mastitis. The fish has mastitis.
Yeah, the fish has mastitis.
That's not possible. They don't. There's no udder. There's no mammary glands of any kind.
Okay, but what if there is an udder? Then what?
Then it's not a fish. Are you sure this is the best we could do?
Is there an on-call schedule for fish vets?
I'd assume so, right?
Someone has a seahorse, a male seahorse with a dystocia. What do? What do you bring in the truck with you?
Well, you definitely want to bring some obstetrical wire, right? No, I'm joking. Hold on. I feel like that's an actual thing. A seahorse dystocia. I don't know, honestly.
So, nutrition. What do fish eat? And is that the same thing that the cows eat?
Well, definitely, to answer your second question, definitely not. Fish aren't eating total TMR, both complicated.
Wait, do fish eat corn?
Well, funny enough, actually, some people I know did some research looking at fish feed and using corn and fortifying.
So they do eat corn. So fish are just kind of like cows.
Well, it's not exactly the same.
But pretty, but ignore the technicalities here. They're basically the same as cows.
There's a few differences.
Okay, Kwamina, look into the camera. Pretend you're speaking to a future veterinarian who can't decide whether they want to work with cows or fish. What do you have to say to them?
Well, you don't necessarily have to choose.
I just want to be clear because some people might be confused. That's a cow. Right next to you, that's a cow. And you're going to work with fish.
That's correct.
Okay. So I have a presentation that I'm going to share with you guys, but I need to figure out how to share screen.
I can't hear you. Can you raise the volume?
Yeah, I brought my mic closer to my face. Does it sound better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's...
Is this video recording?
No, but I don't think we need it.
No! I watch all the lectures later because I am a slacker. So it needs to be recorded.
Yeah, and sometimes I just don't show up and watch it at 2 times speed.
Actually, there's no red dot in the upper left-hand corner on the screen, so I think that means it's not recording.
Okay, I'm pressing the record button.
Does anyone know where to access the recordings?
They're supposed to be on the Canvas site.
I know, but I don't see them there.
Okay, I'm not sure how to get the recordings into the Canvas site, but you know what? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna start anyway. Wait, did someone just post something into the chat?
Yeah, they were just saying that this video wasn't recording.
Well, I already fixed that.
Yep, I think they just wrote that a long time ago.
Well, it's hard to listen to what people are saying and monitor the chats at the same time.
It looks like you're trying to speak, but I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Can we finally get started? We've already used up 20 minutes trying to figure out what's happening. What is happening?
Okay, I'm gonna share screen now. Hold on a second, guys. Wait, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Hold on, wait. Don't look at that. Okay, here we go.
Oh my, sex in a tutor room.
Sex in a tutor room? What does that mean? Like, you did it, someone else did it?
So that's what happens when the paper towels are on the windows.
I hope you sanitized afterwards. That's gross.
The water is actually very heavy in the vet school. Hashtag Wyland, hashtag Block 2.
I don't really know what that means, but I always associate the phrase anal pumping with Wyland.
Also the privacy panels, if anyone remembers that.
The modesty panels.
The modesty panels, yes, the modesty panels.
Finally getting the chance to call a client back to check in at the end of the day, and they ask if I live at the hospital.
Yes, we all did.
Also, when I would forget to call them, and I'd go home, and then it was like 8:30, and I was like, well, I guess I should probably call that owner real quick. And they always answered, which I was really impressed by.
That awkward moment when you try to reconstitute cefazolin, and it ends up squirting everywhere, so you track down paper towels and wipe it up, but you still find white crusty powder on your scrub, bone, and nails.
Are we sure it's cefazolin? So like I had a similar experience, I guess. A couple weeks ago, we had finished collecting a stallion, and I guess Maria was, waving around the AI pipette, and she went, "Oh, sorry, I got semen on your pants." I still can't name most of the joints on a horse. Me neither. Not good for me.
I still don't know the name. And I got grilled on it in Large Animal too.
Bog spavin? Something like that? Yeah. No idea.
So you use a flea collar?
Yeah, except it's one of those really small ones that you feed him once a month.
Okay, I don't think you understand what a collar is, but that's not important. What diet do you feed Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin?
I feed him dog food.
Okay, and do you remember the brand name?
No, actually, I don't know. My girlfriend is the one who feeds Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin. Honey, what do you feed him?
Hell's dry food 3/4 cups twice a day.
Hell's dry food 3/4 cups twice a day. That's what he gets.
Okay, and how often do you or your girlfriend take Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin out on walks?
Actually, she's not technically my girlfriend. I just live with her when my wife's not in town.
Okay, I really don't need to know this.
It's okay, my wife knows about this and she's okay with it.
Okay, so anyway, how often do you walk Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin?
Actually, Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin isn't really my dog. He's my friend's dog, and I just look after him on Monday mornings. Ugh.
Touched a cow in like over a year at this point. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be feeling for. I know, it's really scary. I think you'll be fine. Like, you did block 7. I think you just gotta take a deep breath. It'll all come back to you. I'll help you do your first CPR. Okay, thank you. So, just remember that when you actually go to it, you just have to stick your stethoscope up there pretty far. Right. And then you should hear the heart right away. No problem. Okay. What was that? I don't know. Oh my god, okay, listen, I need to go review some notes right now because I do not have a single differential for what I just heard. I mean, it's just awesome. I'm not sure why you're freaking out. I mean, I don't know.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
It's just normal species variation, Nina.
Hey there, it's Jonathan, class of 2021, here in the large animal hospital to put away my boots. Sorry, I'm filming in vertical. This pandemic has turned me into a sociopath. Here at the men's locker room. Hope no one's getting dressed in there. Ugh. Here we are. This is the arena locker room, not like the fancy pants green locker room that the freshmen use. Smells like formaldehyde. Dun, 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 dun. There's those yellow boots that have been there forever. I don't know who owns them. Wonder if I could just take them. Putting down my boots. Here's my locker. Let me just get that open. Ugh. Yeah, there's my coveralls for dealing with cow shit, and my lab coat for dealing with cat vomit. I got my cheap, crappy face shield that they gave us at the beginning that they expected us to use all the time. And then I also got my more expensive face shield because the cheap face shields were too cheap that they expected us to use all the time. So just putting away my backpack, getting that up here. Gotta cram it. There we go. Doesn't exactly fit. Let me see if I can close the door. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna just have to put this on the floor for a second. Okay. Yep, there we go. There's my coveralls on the floor. I have to leave my backpack here with my expensive laptop in it. Hope no one steals it. There we go. Putting up my coveralls. Hopefully they don't fall down again. Now gotta put my boots in. Yep. That's my locker. Gotta find a new locker for my boots. Yeah, so this one says Tim Curran on it. It's a Ross student. Was gone like a year ago. This is Jason Wilson. Looked him up. Graduated in 2009. 2009. Okay, here's a locker. No names on it. It's empty. No one's locker. It's my locker now. Yeah. Just gotta write my name on it with this tape that I stole from the hospital because I'm too cheap to buy my own. See, this is one of the perks of being a male vet student. Get extra lockers. Wonder if anyone cares. Obviously not. Wonder if Jason Wilson will care. Maybe he needs a second locker. Okay, Jonathan's second locker. Yeah, sue me. No one cares. No one cares. So, yeah, that's it. There's Robert Blakely's locker. I knew him. He graduated 3 years ago. Very nice guy. See, no one's checking. No one cares. Wonder what's in his. Yeah, there's his shoes. Left them there. Should I return them? Should I take them? Sell them on the internet? Whatever, I'll just leave them. No one's checking, guys. No one's checking. No one cares. So that's it. That's the men's locker room. Pretty boring. Going off to clinics. Hopefully I'll survive. But if Jason Wilson could do it, so can I.
As a disclaimer, this really was not me.
I once farted in wet lab. It was a silent but deadly fart, and blame the smell on the cadavers. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Okay.
I'd have done the same if it were me, frankly.
My friend's stethoscope fell off her neck and into cow manure.
Nothing has to fall off of you to get cow manure. You can just exist near cows and you'll be covered in cow manure.
It is still probably cleaner than some stethoscopes.
I think I know who this is. I'm not gonna sell you out though, but that's not fun.
The awkward boot washing dance where you can never keep your balance and always miss a spot.
Yes. I am incredibly clumsy, as previously mentioned, so I pretty much just have to look for something to lean on in order to clean my boots. I'm so glad I never have to do that again.
I called a client about an egg-bound parakeet, and I asked him whether the parakeet was male or female. That's a good one. Wow.
And I asked him whether the parakeet was male or female. Poor kid. Good on ya.
That was mine, actually.
What was that?
That was mine.
How'd you come back from that? I'm very curious.
I definitely had awkward moments. I did do exotics and I knew nothing about exotics.
I once had a client call about sugar glider, and the sugar glider was apparently eviscerated and eating its intestines. And after a quick Google search, I had to explain to the owner that the sugar glider was actually just masturbating.
Okay, I think I have a good history. Any other questions or concerns? No, I think that's everything. Great. In that case, you can bring Snufflepuff Cupcake Munchkin to the front and we'll... Actually, I have one concern. I really need to go to the bathroom. I drove from 3 hours away. Well, because of COVID-19 restrictions, we can't allow clients into the building for any reason, but nearby there's a shopping center that has a bathroom.
Please, I really need to go right now. I've been holding it in for hours and my cloaca is about to explode.
Well, okay. Here's the deal. I think I heard someone say that they talked to someone who said they might start allowing clients to use the bathroom, but I'm not sure since no one explicitly said clients can use the bathroom. Tell you what, just go quickly. It's through the front doors and to the left. Okay. Walk casually, wear a mask, and do not make eye contact with anyone. You understand?
Well, what if someone stops me?
Tell them that you're going to the bathroom and the student said it's okay. They won't suspect a thing.
But I am going to the bathroom.
Exactly.
You know what? This is dumb. I'm just going to Dunkin' Donuts.
Do you guys remember when Dr. Mary Smith said friends don't let friends buy male goats?
Yeah, a classic, yes.
So, alright, I've got this great story. So, it was a Saturday night.
Hold on, we just got a message.
Anything important?
No, it's just a friend, Jess. They have an RDBM on the line. It's not for us.
So anyway, back to the story. I was walking down downtown Dryden.
It's just a resident. She's taking the call.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm talking to my friend. We met in downtown Dryden, just like walking the streets at nighttime. Totally random coincidence. Who is this again?
It's ophthalmology, and they're calling about Flufferbutt.
Flufferbutt was transferred to Onco. They messaged the wrong service.
Right.
Oh, I know Flufferbutt.
It's optho again. It says, sorry, I messaged the wrong service. We know.
So this guy was trying to train his cat to use the toilet. You know that...
Oh, that's the resident responding about the Flufferbutt thread. She said, it's okay, we all make mistakes.
Wait, why does this guy want his cats to use the toilet?
Well, he was doing that thing where the human uses a litter box and then the cat uses the toilet for a week.
It's out though. Thank you for your understanding.
Yeah, and so anyway, it was actually going pretty well.
Oh, they wrote you're welcome.
So while we're trying to train his cat, we're both using the litter box. We're trying to get the cat to use a toilet. And he's telling me about how he smuggled in a fruit bat from Australia. Who is it now?
You're the one who's welcome.
Anyway, this bat went up transmitting Hendra virus to his horse, and then a bunch of people died. I know, right? Who is this now?
They wrote, I appreciate it.
Anyway, what does this have to do with the goat?
Well, anyway, so I was... 1 second, who's this?
Heart emoji. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna put a stop to this. Can you please stop messaging us?
Thank you.
So anyway...
That was me, sorry.
One of the dead people, he had a pet buck, and my friend offered to adopt that buck. So that's basically where we're...
She said, sorry. It's okay. Me again.
So did the goat block?
1 second. According to this message, the goat has actually blocked and is going into surgery. And shit, I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Have fun!
What is that noise?
It's feedback. Someone must have two devices right next to each other.
I'm with just number 5. What do I do?
Mute your audio.
Now we can't hear you.
Is this better?
Yeah, but now, I don't know, some weird sounds are happening. Try using headphones.
Okay, well that took exactly 50 minutes, which means I have to give you a 10-minute break like you're a bunch of kindergartners.
Well, that meeting was terrible.
So, should we leave, or are you gonna end the meeting and just kick us all out?
Yeah, that. I'm gonna end meeting for... That's it, folks. Just remember that your mom lied to you. People only get pinworms from people, not dogs. How do you collect the semen from a fish?
So it's actually through a process called stripping. So you flip them over and you kind of apply a little bit of pressure to the abdomen and push out the milk, and you can collect that in a thing, and you can do the same thing with the eggs too.
Wow, that was a real answer.
Yeah, that's a real answer.
Flufferbutt? Flufferbutt? Flufferbutt?
I love Flufferbutt. Flufferbutt's so cute. Also, he was doing this thing where, like, the human uses the toilet for a full week and the cat uses the toilet. Well, he was doing that thing where, like, the human uses the litter box, the cat uses the toilet, you do it for like a week. Alright, so he was doing this thing where basically, like, the human uses the litter box for a week and then the cat uses the toilet. You heard about that? Anyway, so while we're both trying to train the cat to use the toilet, we're both using the litter box at the same time.
I got nothing else. Sex in a tutor room, though.